Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube, and I use spirit, my intuition, the tarot, to communicate energies to you guys, amazing, beautiful viewers. I am so blessed and so grateful and thankful to be here today. Thank you, Spirit, and thank you guys for joining me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm so glad that we connected, and I hope these messages do resonate for you. And if you're returning, I am so grateful and so blessed to be doing your reading again, and I do hope these messages resonate for you as well. So you guys are all very safe and welcome in this space with me today, and I do apologize, but I have not been in the reading type mood. My energy has been very weird. So I don't know if weird's a good thing or a bad thing, but I was refraining from doing readings partially because of my energy, but I wasn't really pulled or called or felt like there was anything I was needing to read. But I think it's because my energy has been sort of diverted here. So I am blessed that I was called to do this reading today, and I do feel there is a very specific sort of message here because this topic took quite some time to come about here with Spirit, and Spirit was adamant on this sort of topic. So we're looking at the person on your mind, the person you're thinking about, and what will this person's next sort of major realization be in regards to you and the connection between you and this person specifically, and how will this sort of impact this connection going forward? So it's not what they have realized, but what they will be sort of coming into realization about. All right. So sometimes, most times, in this channel, we tap into our own energy, and that's because our energy is very strong in our presence, and that's the energy that you pick up. So if that's the case, you can go check out another pile, okay, or you can listen to that message, because sometimes Spirit wants you to get sort of an unbiased sort of reading based on your own energy. Now, sometimes as well, the strongest energy could be someone else that's sitting in our energy field that we're not intending on hearing about or hearing from. And if you don't want to hear from that person, then you can go pick another pile. All right. Stronger energies pull through here. Very common. And that's just how it goes here. And I'm solely reading energy. So very important for you to use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear, to determine whether the messaging is for you. And this is obviously the type of reading that is intended for a certain select group of people. Not everyone is going to get a message. It is only who is intending on having this message being delivered from Spirit. All right, so don't force anything to fit. It should fit the general sort of energy in regards to the connection on your mind, the connection you came here about, or someone you know, and in regards to what it is that this realization is all about. All right, so I am so blessed to be here. I'd love to let you guys know this, because I know I do sometimes hammer through the readings and take that for granted, and I'm certainly not taking this sort of energy for granted. And you guys opening yourself up here for this reading absolutely means a lot to me, and I am so blessed and so grateful to be here today. So beautiful people, let's look at our options. Option number one, we have the Shuffle Tarot Collection A. Timestamp will be in the description box and in the pinned comment below. Take you directly to your pick. Option two, this Might Hurt Tarot deck. Option number three, we have the Phrenic Pinter's Tarot. In fact, I think this is the way it goes. And option number four, we have the Murder of Crows Tarot. All right, so 4 options, 1, 2, 3, 4. I will put the timestamp below, and I will see you guys at your pick. Hello, my beautiful, gorgeous angels. You guys picked pile number 1, the Shuffle Tarot, Collection A. I have both A and B, and I absolutely love this deck. And when I got them, I just had to keep using them. So I don't know if you could still find them on Etsy or somewhere. Anyway, beautiful deck. I do love it. So pile 1, we're looking at the person on your mind. And what is this person going to realize next? Major realization in regards to you / the connection between you and this person. All right. So before actually I get into the tarot, I'm going to put these aside here. We're going to look at the pre-shuffled oracle cards. I've not looked at them and pulled them based on the energy, strongest energy around you. So certainly could be your own energy. If that's the case, you can go check out another pile or listen to this reading. Or it could be the strongest person in your energy field, meaning not the person you're thinking about and someone else. Although it's up to you to use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether or not this messaging is for you. All right. Never stick to one pile because it's the first pile you clicked on, unless you're feeling called to do that. Okay. So let's take a look at what this is all about, and then we'll pull some tarot as we go along. So we have simply love. Oh my goodness. Number 6. 6 is the lovers in the tarot. Okay. It's all about choice, divine partnership, values sort of coming together, balance. 6 is also the number about problem solving, compassion, and harmony. 6 could also be the devil reduced in the tarot. Okay. But the devil is like every other card. It has a light and dark attribute, and the devil in the light attribute could be a passion, a very strong conviction. Okay. Sometimes could be borderline obsession, but obviously nothing in this world was sort of driven by mediocrity. So I don't know where that came, but I'm feeling very strong sort of energy here. Passion, and all the green is giving me heart chakra, like very strong heart chakra. And I'm also feeling a lot of innocent love, almost like unconditional love you would feel for a child. Okay. Like a child could do nothing wrong. And in the eyes of the parent, the love here is like unconditional, regardless of what this child does that might be judged by others as something that might be wrong or bad or negative. And I see the sun in the background, which to me is having an enlightenment, being very clear. Lots of joy with the sun. Okay, so we have the crown, empowerment, status, and authority. Sun is divine masculine energy, which is all about empowerment. Okay, and we have status here. Crown. All right, so let's keep going. We have disillusion, and this is 65, which is reduced to 11. And 11 is a master number, all about divine inspiration and synchronicity. It's also an encouragement to keep going with the number 11. Disillusion. It's the dissolving of something, or it could be the fusion of something coming together. Okay. I'm drawn to this bird that's diving in. Instead of ascending up, it's coming down. That's interesting. And the white bird to me is purity. Birds are all about, I think, when I see them, about freedom, liberation, ascension, seeing from a higher sort of perspective. But this bird's diving down, and I don't know. White's giving me purity. Let's see how it connects. We have vinegar, 34, or the number 7. Vinegar. Okay, and we have second chakra. This is the sacral. The energy of the sacral chakra helps us to navigate our lives through our emotions and supports our ability to enjoy the sensual world. A lot of times our emotions are blocked in the sacral chakra. This is where a lot of the ego is stored as well. A lot of trauma is stored in the sacral chakra. If we have a difficult time sort of opening up, being vulnerable, intimate, sharing intimacy, would be in the chakra here. Status and authority is giving me sort of ego energy. And we have time with 41, or the number 5. The energy of time supports our understanding of the relativity of time and our capacity to be present in the moment. I don't think I've ever seen this card. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Wow. I'm getting the Strength card in the tarot. Heavy Leo energy coming through with the Sun and the Courage. Even the orange and the sacral chakra is giving me fire energy. Leo coming through very strong in this reading. And we have Desire, which was that devil energy I was feeling very strong here. And we see the Snake, which is all about healing. Okay, healing, shedding the old. She's naked, which is giving me this vulnerability, this intimacy, being exposed. Desire. Okay, and we have Gratitude. Beautiful. I was feeling very much an energy of gratitude at the beginning of this reading, which is why I don't generally always give so much gratitude in all my readings, but I felt the need to do so in this reading. So very strong gratitude coming from this pile. Beautiful green energy as well, which is the heart chakra with the green ray. Love it. We have Protection with this tree. Tree is all about health, stability, security. It could be your family roots or ancestors. And then we have the Lightning. Lightning could be something shocking, some sort of epiphany or a sudden sort of realization. Okay, 2 trees from 2 different oracle packs here. Okay, and 1 tree's barren, 1 tree has a lot of leaves on it. And we have Unconditional Love, which again was feeling from this Blueprint. Blueprint is reminding me of ancestors, where our sort of our source, where we're born from with the blueprint. Look at the heart. We're feeling the green ray, which is all the heart chakra. And of course, the second chakra, which is the sacral. So let me sit with this energy and see what this person is coming into realization about. And then we'll pull some tarot as well and get into your message. Beautiful pile 1. This is an interesting energy, you guys. I love this energy because it feels very balanced to me. Feels very, very balanced to me. I think this person is coming into sort of a balance here, but it might have been very difficult for this person. Okay, this person on your mind, again, could be your energy. Flip it as you see fit, but to come to this sort of point, because as we know, sometimes we can get really attached, okay, with our ego. And the devil is obviously an unhealthy sort of energy when we're too obsessed, attached, or yeah, like addicted, or have bad habits or ways that sort of dictate our energy. Okay, but it's borderline when you see the devil here, because like I said, the devil could certainly be in the light attribute when we're really sort of driven by our passions and the intensity of how we feel. We make change. Okay, like anyone who's, I don't know what the passage is that's coming to me, but anyone who's lukewarm is not really getting anything done. Okay, people with conviction, with passion, are going to make the biggest strides and changes and overcome big challenges here, because they're driven by a force that's unstoppable here. And so I feel like this person is sort of doing this fine line dance between shedding parts of their ego here that have been unhealthy, and unhealthy because it might have limited this person from being vulnerable, from detaching from experiences that have dictated their actions, that have created blocks in their ability to be their authentic self, exposed to connect either on an intimate level or just be their authentic self in this connection with you. And this person might have been trying to upkeep some sort of persona potentially, because the ego is a natural sort of human instinct that comes about to protect us from further damage or harm. It keeps us alive, and the ego existed back forever ago to keep us alive. And it would know when we're in sort of dangerous territory, and it would have to sort of kick in to keep us alive so we could be better, bigger than something else that was a threat. And since the threats changed from, hunting animals, the threats could be other people, and the hierarchy of sort of how things socially shifted over time. And so the ego, when it is not needed, it still sort of exists in a natural state unless we become very conscious and present of our ego and our drivers, why we say what we say, why we do what we do. And unless we're aware of why we're doing and saying what we're saying and our actions, we continue to repeat devilish things. We keep going into same sort of relationships, encountering same sort of arguments, same sort of perception about different people that keep coming about. Why does everyone act this certain way around me? Why is it every time I get into a connection, I keep meeting people who are this way or that way? Because it's been our experience. And so when we recognize that our perception, that our sort of lens in which we're seeing the connection is really coming from within, then we start to identify what is the filter and what is the absolute truth. Okay, and the absolute truth is, before all of our experiences, before all of our pain, before all of our relationships that have caused blocks and hurts and damage and preconceived sort of anticipated ideas about how people are and how they treat us and so on and so forth, there is a baseline of who we truly are and what we truly desire. And so I feel with this blueprint here, this person is becoming stripped of everything that sort of dictated this person's sort of behaviors, because I feel like there was a lot of behaviors here that might have resulted in them seeing painful situations in front of them, including connections. Okay, so I feel like this person is learning about what it means to love unconditionally. And I mean, from a place of anyone who's been a parent, okay, a parent. Now, this obviously, I mean, not every single parent is going to fall into this bucket, so I'm generalizing here, but for the most part, a parent is going to love their child unconditionally and see them from the eyes of, this child could do no wrong. The child could be a mass murderer, and the parent would sort of stand behind their child, not necessarily their actions, but have an unconditional, unwavering love for their child. So I feel like there's this recognition of a very strong love, and this love is coming from an unconditional place. It's not coming from mind, ego. It's coming from the heart space, which is being very present. And I feel like the courage kicks in here, because when we drop the ego, we're now exposed and vulnerable to all the hurts that could happen. But I feel like this person has a deep gratitude for this connection and for you as a person. And I don't feel as though this person sees you as their child. It could be literal here if you were coming here in regards to your child. But I feel like this person is tapping into a gratitude that they feel to be coming from a very deep connected heart place that has always been from being very conscious, present before their experiences, before their tainted sort of views. And we all have experiences, and I'm not saying that this person, it doesn't show here that they were completely hurt or shattered. They could have been, okay? They could have had very bad experiences in the past. I don't necessarily feel here that this person was constantly sort of projecting, though they could have been. But what I do see, and what I am saying, is that this person's experiences could have made them sort of see love in a certain way. And I feel like the ego is dissolving here, because I do feel like this person's passion is coming from a place within their heart that is undeniable here, that I feel this person can feel, that they can actually feel here, okay? And I feel like this person has done a lot of healing. And I feel like this healing has been happening gradually and through time. I feel like this healing is becoming who this person is. I feel like this person is coming into a realization of how authentic they can be in this connection with you, and vulnerable. And if they were to suffer, okay, if they were to experience pain, loss, that it would have no sort of bearing about who they are as an authentic person. That the pain that they would experience in this connection, if they were to, would be a result of just an experience here, but not a reflection of who they are. And so I feel like this person is now coming into an energy here of allowing themselves to fall back on their authenticity, which allows them to be vulnerable, allows them to rely on their healing, allows them to have this sort of more balanced perspective of how to be authentic. And I feel it's all driven from their feelings of love towards you, this unconditional love, which is really, really strong here. And I feel like this person is coming into an understanding that they want to support you or back you, that there's something very, very sort of strong here, that no matter the experience or the situation that happens to come about between you and this person, I feel like this person feels there's an unwavering strength here protecting this connection. And I feel like this person feels very connected to you in a very sort of soulful, well, from the heart for sure, but on a soulful sort of level here. And for a lot of you guys, I do feel it is tying back to like, it could be a romantic with the sacral, because this is all about our sensuality, but it's deeper than that. I feel like a very deep sort of emotional, not surface emotional here, like very deep rooted within this person. Okay, so what are they realizing? Let's take a look with the tarot and see if we get some more. Spirit, thank you so much for this beautiful message for pile 1. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. What is the person on their mind coming into a major realization about pile 1, or this connection between them and pile 1 specifically? What is this next major realization right here, right now, in regards to pile 1's person and what they're coming into awareness of? Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good. I'm so blessed. Thank you, Spirit. And thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed and so grateful to be here. Thank you so much. Knight of Wands, passion. This is one of the quickest moving knights. Okay, this is moving forward with passion. Lots of courage coming through with the Knight of Wands. And under that, we have the Squirrel of Cups. So there's special tarot cards that come in this pack. And they're the squirrels. Cups is all about emotions. And look at this squirrel just totally sitting in a cup with, I'm getting this protection energy. Okay, sitting in this cup with the abundance of the acorns here, which the acorns to me is always talking about the time. Okay, now we know time is just a construct and doesn't necessarily exist here when we talk energy, but I feel like the understanding here is this has taken quite some time, because the acorns take quite some time to form into a tree. Okay, the oak tree takes a very long time. And look at all these acorns. So it's been a process. And I was feeling the healing kind of happening over time, over time, over time. So this person's kind of embodying their healing here. Okay, they're embodying their healing over time. And I feel it's been piecemeal, or certain experiences this person has had in order to strengthen their sort of healing. Okay, and it could have been within this connection. I do feel it's been within this connection. Okay, but it could have just been different experiences this person's had to heal. I am getting actually a message. It's been throughout this connection. So if you have not been with this person or known this person for quite some time, I don't feel this is your reading. I feel like this is, you know, built over time. Like you've had several ups and downs with this person. Okay, and so I feel this is accumulated healing. I feel this person feels very safe and protected to emotionally express themselves in your presence. And I feel like this person is at this place where they can sort of relax in some way here, okay? Relax in their authenticity because they feel safe. They feel safe. And I feel like at one point this person probably was not. Okay, so let's see. The Fool, new beginning. And this is Empress energy. Empress is all about abundance. It is also divine feminine energy. Okay, and she's appearing on the Fool because, again, this is the Shuffle Tarot. So it's a mishmash of the tarot cards or two sort of scenes put together. And so the Fool takes a risk. Okay, the Fool takes a risk and is kind of naive and sometimes leaps into dangerous situations. But I don't feel this person was that type of an energy. I feel like this person was someone who was not willing to take risks, especially when it came to being vulnerable and opening up. So I feel like this person is taking this risk because I do feel this person feels very connected to this unconditional love. Like the Empress is all about unconditional love. Divine feminine energy encompasses this person, which is most likely your energy if you've been sort of feeding this person love. Okay, this person feels an unconditional love or is coming into realizing this unconditional love and is being kind of led by your energy here, okay? There's awareness as to how you've been engaged here when it comes to giving love and abundance here. And so this person, I feel, is most likely either following your energy, okay, or feels very safe in your presence. It's like a motherly love. Yeah, again, this parental sort of energy is coming through. Okay, so Aquarius energy coming through and Taurus energy coming through. Page of Cups in reverse. So Page of Cups, it's all about the opening of our heart space. Is the beginnings of, you know, flirtations and starting to open our heart space here. I feel like this person had a very difficult time in opening their heart space and allowing themselves to sort of learn, because pages are all about the beginning stages, the infancy stages of us learning about our emotions. And I feel like they could have certainly have had blocks in expressing their emotions or allowing themselves to open up, to trust, you know, kind of this blind trust, and leaning into their authenticity because the ego might have made them fear where this could lead them based on past experiences. So I feel there was a block here. Okay. Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it's like they went from someone who wasn't wanting to sort of lean into exploring their passions here with the Page, not communicating. Page is all about communication. Page is also children energy, okay? We have lots of children coming through. So, and with the Empress, I feel like there's an inner child that might have been blocked. It might have needed heart healing. It might have been passed along through our ancestors or family tree of trauma that needed to be addressed here, because I do feel there was a block. Okay, so this is coming into their awareness here, or at least they're coming into contact with how this has been impacting their ability to move forward and open up emotionally. Yeah, the Sun again. Beautiful. And look at this, Emperor. Okay, so now we have the Empress and the Emperor, divine masculine, divine feminine counterparts. Okay, big Sun. Sun for me is all about joy, bliss, enlightenment, seeing clearly. And we have the Emperor, which with this empowerment, status, and authority. Okay, that's totally what this Emperor is. But I feel as though there might have been this person in ego at one point. And so when I started this reading, I said I was feeling a balance, because I feel like this person might have been somebody who felt like being in control and being empowered was someone who wasn't taking a risk, or someone who wasn't allowing themselves to be fully vulnerable, because being sort of naked and vulnerable would mean being weak in some way or not having the control. So the realization, the seeing here becomes very clear that you can be empowered. And you can still have control here by allowing yourself to be your authentic self. Beautiful energy. Wow. Okay. And then the Emperor's Aries energy. We have the Magician. This is Virgo and Gemini. A Magician's also about communication. So we have strong communication. So if this person was blocked, I feel like the block is in the emotional communication or expression, because lots of green I was getting, which is the unconditional love from the heart space. Family, again, coming through with, the, like I said, the family tree, the ancestors. Okay, we see the child again. So there might have been a lot of trauma based on a family lineage, or in this person's sort of inner child, not allowing them to express and manifest here for themselves. I see the lilies. Lilies all about sensuality and peace. And we see roses, which for me, roses is all about the passion and the love. And we're feeling lots of passion and love. So I feel like this person is wanting to manifest love here, you know, and allowing for the sensuality and a part of them to be vulnerable here and express this with the Ace of Swords. I'm feeling from this one sword. Okay, this is the Sword of Truth. Now, I feel like this person is coming into this awareness, although I don't feel as though this person is yet found a way to express this. I feel this person is still going to struggle. And I feel this person is more of a shower than they are a sort of a sayer. So I feel this person is going to show you by acts of service. And because I feel like the sword isn't quite upright, which is speaking in a complete truth here, because I feel it's taking some time here with those acorns we were seeing for this person to feel comfortable in their communication. I still feel there's a block in actual like verbal communication. Okay, but what they're coming into the realization here is of how much unconditional love they feel here. Okay, an innocent love here with all these pages too, I feel, and their desire to manifest here, and that they can manifest in a healthy way. And I feel like coming through here, I mean, look at this guy's body. He's got like a 6-pack, an 8-pack, a 9-pack. Anyway, I feel like there's a healthiness here, okay? There's a healthiness here that this person might have not connected to as being healthy. Like, because again, they might have sensed it as weak, you know, as not something that would be courageous for them to express self. And so I feel like this person is seeing this maybe for the first time as a healthy way to allow emotions to flow through, and as a healthy way to express it, although I don't feel the expression is coming in a way of words just yet. And that may still come here, okay? But I feel like there's this wand. I feel like this person is driven by their passion to show and take action in service. And here we have the King of Squirrels. Okay, like I said, the squirrels were the sort of the pack, the special cards that come. And this energy of the King of Squirrels is kind of like a King of Pentacles type energy. It's very sort of stable. It's giving me the tree energy. Okay, very stable and secure and solid. And I feel like it's this relaxed energy, again, with that squirrel that was floating in the cup. Okay, so I feel like there's something here very comforting about this person dropping their sort of ego, okay? Dropping that they had to be sort of this in control energy, and in order to be in control, they had to sort of wear the mask of ego. And we see the moon sort of sitting in the sun here, okay? Like this is the sun, but you see a tip of the moon. So I feel like the moon talking about our fears and our subconscious, and the fact that it's sitting inside the sun, and the sun being enlightenment and shining the sun. I feel this person is coming into awareness of the subconscious sort of actions. So things that they might have been doing and acting and saying in this connection could have been something they weren't really realizing. And it could have been stemming from fear. And now the realization here is where the fear is. What was really hidden in the subconscious is now coming to light. But I still feel like this person is in an energy that they might not, again, be completely expressive, because I think they're still sitting, understanding this, okay? They're still learning about themselves here. And I feel like this is the type of person that would want to know sort of almost everything. So they're kind of unpacking this. And once this cracks open, I feel this person's going to sit there sort of unpacking what this means, because it's a new sort of foreign energy to this person. Because again, I don't feel this person is someone who is risk adverse or someone who would take risks or chances here. And so I feel this is sort of this person's way of, again, with the acorns, okay? They sit there and sort of feel very comfortable and need to be very protected and know that they're not kind of jumping blindly here. But I feel like this knowledge wasn't present. They weren't aware of this because it was very much in their subconscious and there was a lot of fear. But I feel like they feel this is a safe place for them to be safe and expressive, okay, and very present here, which is beautiful. And here we have the 5 cups. So this is the shuffle tarot, and you see in this 5 cups, we see this couple kind of walking away. And this looks like the wounded warrior here who's kind of patched up, and they're dragging these 5 cups behind them, which is kind of like baggage. I feel like there's a history here and pain, but I feel like with these 2 people kind of coming together here, it's like you and this person, okay, unless of course you're resonating as this being your energy, are kind of finding a way to move forward here, okay, like patch up whatever here might have been stuck or cause pain here, especially when it comes to emotions, because this person could have certainly been somebody who, again, was having a very difficult time. Although I do feel like it's still sort of dragging behind here, because I feel like it isn't completely sort of cut out, okay, like this person is still sort of unpacking, like I said, unraveling this part of themselves. But I feel like there's this coming together here, you know, making peace or being able to support each other or feel like protected by you, you know, like that you've sort of helped carry this person through this baggagey terrain where they've been sort of beat up by life, you know, and kind of put together here and needing all the support with this cane and this person sort of lifting them up. I feel like they feel very lifted up here by your energy. And this has allowed them a safe place to come into this sort of change or realization. Okay, so gorgeous pile 1. This is a very beautiful reading, and I'm very glad to do this for you today. If you connect or resonate to another pile, then I will see you there. All right, bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 2, This Might Hurt Tarot deck. Let's take a look at your messaging, and we're looking at the person on your mind. And what will their next sort of major realization be in the connection between you and this person, either about you specifically or in regards to this connection, okay? And sometimes, like I said, we tap into our own energy. So if this sounds more like something that you're coming into realization about, then it could certainly be your energy, okay? And a lot of times as well, the strongest energy in our energy field pulls through. So it could be someone else you're not expecting to hear from. And if that's the case, you can go check out another pile to see if the person on your mind is in another pile. Although I can't promise anything. I'm just reading energy. So please use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether this messaging is right for you. So pre-shuffled oracle cards, I've not looked at them. And then we will pull the tarot and see exactly what is this person's, the person on your mind, next major realization in the connection between you and this person, okay? So we have helpless and hopeless with number 8. 8 is all about movement, change, and attainment, and it looks like this person is kind of at a crossroads here. All right, we have book, knowledge, history, and education. And this book is open, just kind of giving me Hierophant energy, which is Taurus energy. And then we have Tombstone, death, grief, and legacy. Okay. And we have the Great Serpent with the Ouroboros, and that is 45. That could be a significant number, or the number 9. I am getting this life and death, cycle of life with the Ouroboros. Okay, and then we have kindness, 29. The energy of kindness reminds us to be considerate and wise in our interactions with others and ourselves, and to find the root of our love through our connection to source. Interesting. Similar energy here. So 29 or 11. 11 is a master number about divine inspiration and synchronicities. We have 14 with connection. The frequency of connection supports our ability to find alignment and resonance with others, things, and ideas. Beautiful. I've been seeing 14 like crazy lately. 14 is reduced to 5, which is all about conflict, loss, change, and rebuilding. It's also the Temperance in the Tarot, which is about balance and healing. And it's also reduced to the Hierophant, which we were picking up with the book here. We have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Okay, and then we have test with the hoop that's on fire. And we have allow with this tree. And we have adventures. Beautiful tropical bird and these pink flowers. Adventures. And we have manifesteer with creation. This is like the magician in the tarot, manifesteer. I have a serpent sort of wrapping around her. That came through for pile 1. Energy. Interesting how that came out. Rest and reconsider. Number 9. 9 is the Hermit in the Tarot, which is all about self-reflection. Okay, and it's also about fruition, completion, fulfillment. It looks like this person is reflecting, and the Hermit is Virgo energy. Virgo coming through. So let me sit here with this energy, beautiful pile number 2, and see what sort of comes through before we pull the tarot. Give me a minute. Okay, interesting energy. I like that it's completely different than the energy I was picking up in the other pile, because sometimes they're all the same, and I'm like, am I delivering the same freaking message over and over and over again? But sometimes my piles are all connected. This feels different so far, but we'll see as we get into it. So again, you could flip energy if this is you, okay? But it's supposed to be the person on your mind. So I feel like this person here has experienced troubles, okay? And they experienced troubles and potentially have repeated sort of similar patterns in relationship or connection with other people, experiences in their life. And so I feel like either a major cycle has sort of come to an end, okay, between you and this person. Maybe some incident happened where it's kind of, it's a new incident, but maybe it's like a repeat thing that this person maybe comes across, you know, where not necessarily the incident itself, but where they sabotage and sabotage and sabotage, or doesn't necessarily have to be that this person so much sabotages as they keep sort of doing the same sort of thing potentially and causing the same outcome in their connections or in their experience with you specifically in this connection. So this could be a cyclical sort of energy with this person, you know, like, I don't know, like you keep hitting maybe the same wall or you keep getting to the same sort of thing. So I feel like something's come sort of to an end because it's either another incident that's happened the same, or now this person, what they're coming into this realization about is they can choose to make a big change here, or they can choose to be the same. But I feel like the realization here is this person can see, okay? This person sees that their actions will create change, that their actions can create something different in their future, that they have the key to do this, that they now understand this and see this, okay, that in order for them to make a big change in their life, they would have to change certain things about themselves. They would have to let go of certain behaviors and actions and ways of being, which might require them releasing and severing off or burning off certain parts of them, which sometimes is difficult. Sometimes it's difficult, but in order for this person to present themselves in this connection with you, they'd have to either repeat something else again, or repeat the same behavior, I should say. Okay. Or be someone who could get different results by being someone different or engaging differently. And I feel like this person is understanding maybe they haven't always been maybe as considerate here with this kindness. So they could have been somebody who might have just, like I said, could have been sabotaging or could have been maybe selfish. Okay, but I don't feel like this person was wanting to hurt you. So this isn't someone who's like hurting you on purpose, but maybe somebody who is used to thinking of self or putting self first, or maybe someone who was not very considerate about what your experiences are, or someone who might treat arguments in the same way and get the same results over and over again and not realize that their behavior or reaction has caused the same sort of repetitive situation over and over again in this connection or potentially in their life. Okay, so now I feel like they're at a crossroads and their realization is, oh, you mean I actually can impact how the future goes here between me and pile number 2, that I am actually aware that I could be very conscious about how they're feeling and what they want and how I need to be in order to step up so I can create something that's abundant here. And so this person is put in front of this crossroads and sort of this karmic test of what will they choose? That they are free to choose how they react and how they show up. And that this person is the master manifester here of their own future. And so they see this. And that I feel like this person's realization is really sitting with this energy, with this rest and reconsider in this book, based on what has happened and the history of what has happened and the outcome. Okay, like the outcome of what has happened in this connection or in this life. So I am feeling like either you and this person might not be in the best terms, or something has happened that's given this person real something to chew on and reflect about their own behavior, that they're really contemplating here. Like, if I truly want to be happy or make something happen here with pile number 2 and be coming together and cohesive and create something, I have to be kind, considerate, and aware of what's going on here and between me and this person. And I feel in the past it could have been that this person was on some sort of repeat or not really given it the same consideration as they are now. And so they're at this sort of precipice of, do I choose to be the same, or do I choose to make these changes? And I feel both of these, what they're seeing and realizing is that both these options come with difficulty, because one would come with them having to change, and this would be difficult for anyone to let go of certain ways of being that they might have hung on to as, protection, or just habitual ways, which is never easy. Certain things in their life that might provide comfort, or certain things that they've just always sort of gravitated towards of being, and maybe thinking of self first and so on and so forth, and not having to maybe consider another or have to compromise or maybe even sacrifice of self if they were needing to. Okay, and this would pose as an obstacle for this person, because it would be a journey and an adventure on its own to kind of unpack that. And the other, which I feel they're also coming into awareness, is if they continue to do how they've always been, it's causing an obstacle between you and this person. And I feel this person is seeing this, and that there will be a divide and something potentially like that you can't undo here, because over time is causing a divide, okay, like or an obstacle between you and this person that is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, based on maybe this person repeating certain things here that I feel is getting in the way between you and this person. So I feel like this person has been going through some healing here between you and this connection between both of you guys. And so I feel like this person might be a little bit removed, might be contemplating, and not quite sure. Okay, not quite sure which way they want to go, but they know that either which way is a challenge. Either which way is going to be difficult. Either which way there's going to be some new behavior that is either going to need to be embraced, or the risk here of having sort of a divide between you and this person, or causing an obstacle between you and this person that is surmountable at some point, okay? Because I feel like over time, this person could have been sort of on rinse and repeat with unhealthy sort of maybe behaviors, or I don't know, and feeling like maybe at some point, this is just who I am, there's nothing I can do about it. You know, I'm at the mercy of this connection and what happens to me and that sort of an energy. And now this person is realizing, hey, I can make change based on how I show up, based on the choices I make, based on what I say and do, and how I consider pile number 2. If I change the way I think or act and become very present in what I need to release and what I need to do here. Okay, so this is what they're coming into realization. So spirits, thank you so much for this message. Clear and concise message. I don't know, feel it this way. For pile number 2, for the greatest and highest good of pile 2 spirit, what is pile 2's next major realization? Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so much. So I don't read bottom of the deck reverse. We have 2 wands and we have the 2 pentacles. So 2s are all about balance, duality, and choices. And here we're at a crossroads, and here we're at the 2 wands, which is a crossroads and a choice. So do we want to follow the path of Dharma, which is more difficult to make the changes, or do we pick the path of comfort, which is the path we've always chosen? But the path we've always chosen is now forming a big old mountain between me and pile 2, and it's becoming very apparent, and at some point I'm not going to be able to overcome this. But also making the change might be something I don't know that I'm able to overcome either. And so now I'm sitting here with a decision to make here, okay? And so I feel the 2 pentacles is this topsy-turvy and this sort of an energy with the 2 pentacles of imbalance, okay? Because I do feel it's taking from one area to put to another, and then we're kind of trying to keep it up in the air, and we're not quite sure, and we're going back and forth, okay? That's kind of what I feel with this 2 pentacles. So let's take a look. Page of Wands also revealed itself. It's in reverse. Pages are in beginning stages. Page is also about communication. Page of Wands is this explorative sort of energy. It's in reverse. Let's keep going and see what we see. So we have the 4 swords. That's this rest and reconsider, and it could even be this helpless and hopeless energy. Because we sit with pain, okay, and I feel like the pain is knowing either which way is going to be some sort of pain, like I said, but there's some sort of truth we need to embrace here. Okay, and so this is a reflective time of sitting and considering and sitting with a truth, reflecting on the pain, taking a time out, healing. King of Cups. The King of Cups loves the deepest out of all the kings here. Emotionally mature here. Lots of love with the King of Cups. And here he's sort of rowing in the ocean or the sea. So it's like navigating our emotions here. Navigating our emotions. I think this person is sitting with their emotions, reflecting. Ace of Cups in reverse. So I feel like this person has a lot of work to do in regards to self-love is kind of what I feel here, okay? Like, and so this person might be the type of person who's like, dog eat dog world, or I'll get them before they get me type attitude. And it's not because I feel this person was trying to be hurtful in any which way, but I feel like if they've experienced sort of this sort of energy towards them, maybe this person feels as though they'd have to be guarded in some way here. But I feel like there's a need to give to self and feel self-love here so that they don't feel threatened here by being in their emotions and allowing themselves to, yeah, work with another, I feel here. I feel like this person feels almost like maybe they're stronger alone, or being alone wouldn't expose them to hurt. And when I say alone, it's kind of like the person wants to go it alone, or shut people out, or just kind of my way of the highway type energy is kind of what I feel here this person has been in. And so being in a connection with another requires a different sort of ingredient that I don't think this person was able to find balance with, because I feel this person was used to sort of being a solo energy here. And so to navigate these new emotions, this person has to learn all about how to allow themselves to give love to self, but also allow themselves to be available in an emotional way to express this love outwards without feeling threatened or pained or anticipate some sort of pain. And this is a special card in this deck. It's the infinity sign. And no matter how you sort of look at it and how it falls, there's either this person sort of fighting with this wolf, opening its mouth, and then this one looks more peaceful. And I feel like this is giving me this Ouroboros. It's like, again, that cyclical thing that happens that you might have experienced with this person, or that this person's experienced in their connections, where there's going to be pain, and then maybe there's this sort of calmer, more getting along energy, and then pain. And I feel like this person might be in this addictive behavior where they don't have to experience this loop. And that, yes, we always, experience bitter experiences so we can appreciate sort of the good times. But I feel like this person might have been creating this sort of loop, like someone who might pick arguments, or has to like prove that someone doesn't care about them either, or love them in some way, and create instances where they would push people away, or I don't know, treat people in a certain way and say, see, people don't get along with me, or see, relationships are conflict, or see, all I am is conflict here, and this is why I kind of go it alone. And then I don't know, and then sort of come into this more peaceful energy to reconcile, and then create that sort of limit again, because it's sort of this a self-fulfilling prophecy of I cannot be loved or connect like other people to have this sort of peaceful, balanced partnership. It always is this up and down turbulency, like up and down, up and down. So you might have experienced a lot of ups and downs to the point where now there's this big old block this person needs to deal with, and a truth they need to sit with, that they can't create more mountain because the mountain now is surmountable. Okay. And actually, I don't really know what this card is about. I was reading that more intuitively, aside from when I bought this. But I feel it's kind of like the cycle of life here. Let's read what the book says. It says, this might hurt, this might heal. A girl and a wolf cycle between tender affection and a difficult struggle. In the upright position, the girl tenderly holds the wolf. In the downward position, the girl and the wolf are locked in a desperate battle. The figures are cyclical, with the 4 symbols of the minor arcana in the corner, suggesting that the struggle and peace are temporary positions in a never-ending cycle. The wolf represents the external world. Risk is inherent in a well-lived life. There will be vibrant joy, crushing pain, and multitudes in between. All experiences that are meaningful and are truly joyful can also bring you to the most pain. In the downward position, with the girl and wolf fighting at the top, it suggests a time of great difficulty. The external world has bitten you. Times are hard, and you are reacting to that hardship. In order to return to equilibrium, acceptance is key. If you fight what has happened to you, blame yourself, or refuse to recognize what is going on, you will add to your own suffering. Accept what has happened, and you can become a stronger person on the other side, able to form meaningful bonds with those who have had similar experiences. In the upright position, with the girl and the wolf at peace on the top, it suggests a time of healing. Humans are social animals that evoked to thrive in community. Connection is the key to our survival and our highest goal, and it is connection with others and the world around you that will facilitate growth. Take care of your people, love your world, and you will also be taking care of and loving yourself. So I think we have the challenge on top because I did put it the way it was. And so I do feel, like I said, this is a period of challenge, or there has been one challenge that has happened here. Okay, maybe you guys have made up, maybe, but the challenge still, oops, I'm going to get totally dinged for that one. The challenge still happened, I feel. Okay, so whether you forgave them or didn't, or you guys reconciled or not, I just feel like this person is in cyclical behaviors. And I don't know necessarily if it's solely only in this connection, but I feel like this is how this person sort of operates. Self-fulfilling prophecy of, see, this is kind of what happens, and it's this never-ending loop. And so they see more of the strife. And so I feel like, and then maybe they want to make peace, or they come into some sort of realization, and so on and so forth. So I do feel like this person's sitting and seeing this energy of themselves. Okay. And they're very aware of this, and that the connection is where they can't be in this sort of solo energy, you know, this turbulent sort of energy, that there is a way to find balance here in connection. Okay, and that there is a heavy emphasis on kindness, you know, on kindness, because this person could certainly be somebody who might have made no sense when they lash out, or were acting from a painful place that was self-sabotaging, or just outbursts of whatever here that might have appeared as though this person could have been acting from an unkind place, but it was more stemmed from a deep-rooted sort of energy here of needing to love self and allow self to be a full overflowing cup so they can work with another in a balanced way. So I feel like this person might have been very held back and allowing themselves to sort of be carefree and express themselves openly and enjoy this connection. There was some reserve here with the Page of Wands in reverse and 9 Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's like, and with this kindness, I feel this person could have been very much about self, you know. And I feel like it's and there's nothing wrong with being focused on self, but I feel like this was a defense sort of mechanism to shut people out. It's like my way or the highway. And it's like, you know, being kind of a glutton to, and look at how overflowing this cup is. Okay, so I feel like this person might have been a glutton to choosing whatever sort of immediately gratified this person at the expense of a connection here. So if it made them feel better to act in a sort of immature way or selfish way, or however they acted, and because it was sort of immediate, that's what they would do. Although I feel this person, like I said, with the realization here, is that they're not going to get what they want with the 9 of Cups in reverse emotionally. And because I feel like if they want something out of this connection, which they do with this creator, creation, manifesteur, and this healing, it is to pick the side of the Dharma, which is the more difficult path in order for this connection to be more balanced and cohesive. But they're noticing this mountain that they've created here, okay? That this mountain that they created here is only going to get bigger unless they sort of deal with this. So this is what they're reflecting on. This is what they're realizing. And I do feel as though I want 3 more cards and sort of this final message in regards to beautiful pile number 2 and how will this impact the connection. Spirit, what does pile 2 need to know about this person and this realization, and potentially how this might impact this person? Chariot, forward movement, success, victory. Okay, this is the integration of the shadow moving forward with the universe in order to pull us through difficult times, because everything in life is about balance, okay? Number 7 is about faith, wisdom, reflection, which is a lot of reflection we were getting here. Okay, understanding. So I feel like the understanding of where to be kind, the understanding of what connection means to them, and integrating their dark shadow into the light so they have a balanced sort of way about them so they could successfully move along here in this connection rather than be stuck. King of Wands, look at that. So King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fiery energy, and going from a reverse sort of page to this King of Wands upright. Okay, which is someone who is confident, who goes after it. Okay, this is someone inspired, somebody who's confident and takes action. This is a winning sort of combination here with the Chariot and the King of Wands. Hierophant, This is a higher level of learning, a higher level of commitment and understanding. That's this, which we were feeling all along here with the book, knowledge. Okay, what they value. And this is our ideologies or traditions and our values and our lifestyle. Six Pentacles, balance. Okay, what I give, I can receive. Okay, if I'm sort of miserly and holding back, I don't receive from the universe. So what I put out, I get with this balance. It's equal reciprocity. And sometimes we give and sometimes we receive, but we can't be reverse Nine of Cups and expect to receive. So I don't know if you've been very generous to this person, energetically, financially, potentially. Okay. And I feel like this person is seeing this connection as, what do I value here? You know, I value what I've been able to attain from pile number 2, whatever it is, their kindness, their generosity, you know, and maybe you've been there for this person. And I feel this person is saying, I need to step up here and integrate dark parts of myself where I've been in this loop of creating drama, and then maybe, you know, making peace and then recreating the exact same problem again and again and creating a divide here. So this person's at this crossroads. Do I do it again or do I learn from my mistake? So this is what I see. Pile number 2. I hope this helped you. I love you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful, gorgeous angels. Pile number 3. You guys picked the Frantic Pinter's Tarot. Absolutely love this deck. And we're looking at the person on your mind and the person you came here about, and what will be this person's next sort of major realization in regards to you, or the connection between you and this person, and how will that sort of impact you guys. And so, like I mentioned during the beginning, this could certainly be your own energy, okay? Your next major realization. And if that's the case, you can go check out another pile if it sounds more like your energy. Or it could certainly be the strongest energy that's around you at this time. So it could be anybody, really, not necessarily a person on your mind. And if that's the case, it sounds familiar, like someone you know, you can go check out another pile to see if the person on your mind is elsewhere. But sometimes we're just needing to hear the strongest energy around us, and that's how it comes out. So I will read the energy, and then you use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether the messaging is your message or not, okay? So pre-shuffled oracle cards, I've not looked at them. Let's take a look at what is this person's next major realization right here, right now, in regards to you and this connection. So we have sadness and isolation, number 3. 3 is about growth in relationships and initial success. 3 is also the Empress in the tarot, which is Taurus energy. Empress is all about unconditional love. And we have Vry with freedom. Look at that. Freedom. Beautiful. And we have Scorpion with danger, accident, and subterfuge. Scorpio energy coming through. And we have letter, news, resolution, and communication. We have an ink pot. Okay, and we have Venus. Venus is the ruling planet for Taurus and Libra, which we were feeling from the Empress energy. Venus is all about beauty and love, luxuries of life. So some tarnish on it, or some patina. Okay, and we have tenderness, 40. The energy of tenderness activates our capacity to open our hearts and approach the world and each other with gentleness and care. Or the number 4, which is about structure, foundation, stability, planning. It's also the Emperor. So now we have Empress and Emperor energy, Aries energy, divine masculine, divine feminine energy. We have grace, 24. Or the number 6, the frequency of grace supports our smooth adaptation to and anticipation of life's currents and changes as we evolve towards a higher vibration of ourselves on this earthly plane, bridging the divine with the human essence. Tenderness and grace. Wowzers. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Wow, that's a big one. Practice. Look at that. Downward dog 3 times. 3 is coming through again. 3 is also the Hangman, reduced in the tarot, which is all about gaining a new perspective. And it is also the World. And the World is closing out a major cycle, completing, graduating from one phase to another, putting it behind us. Okay, inner power. Look at that. It's a beautiful tree. Inner power, very strong. And we have opportunity with this moon. Moon is all about emotions. Moon is subconscious, could be fears and divine feminine energy. Okay, let me sit here with this energy and tap into this person's next major realization and before we tap into the tarot. Just give me a minute. Okay, this person's next major realization is all about self. Okay, I feel like this person has had experiences here that aren't very pleasant. And I don't feel like this person was able to see their own sort of beauty, their own sort of beauty here. Like, I feel like this person is somebody here who is absolutely the type of person here who might have been potentially focused on an outcome, or maybe focused on trying to create something. Okay, and I feel like this person's realization here is that no matter how much I feel they could have been invested in trying to make something happen here, that they were at the mercy, I feel, of whatever the universe was sort of dishing out. So I feel like there is a history here between you and this person, and I feel like potentially this person's been hurt, okay, in this connection. So I don't know, this could certainly be your own energy here. And so I feel like this person might come into a realization that the path that they've been walking on or continue to walk on is one of recreating pain and suffering, and potentially one that they don't no longer want to sort of stay on. That the best freedom for them is to surrender here to the universe and to sort of open their arms up here to tenderness and grace, to whatever the universe wants to unfold in front of them. I do feel like this person is most likely going to communicate an authenticity here to you. I feel like this person could have attempted many times here to create something in the connection with you, or try to maybe give multiple chances here. I feel something about multiple tries, attempts, and I feel like this person might have hit a wall, or is going to be hitting some sort of wall here that doesn't leave them feeling very good, or it makes them feel kind of alone, and potentially like this connection is something that it could be dangerous for this person if they continue to sort of stay in the same energy that they've been in. Not necessarily that you've been so dangerous here, but that this person, if they continue in the same energy, they're not free to sort of allow themselves to receive whatever else the universe wants to give to them. That they've been sort of pigeonholed into trying to get the universe to deliver something that they felt maybe within this connection was what they deserved for whatever reason. But what they got, I feel, is less than something maybe of what the universe feels here that this person deserves. So I feel this person is finding their inner power. I feel like this person is finally sitting with their emotions and their fears, and tapping into a part of themselves that understands that they deserve to be loved in a way here that is, I don't know, like in a way here that I feel this person was experiencing here in this connection, at least on the outside. Okay, like, yeah, so I feel like if for whatever reason you haven't been treating this person maybe kind, or showing them, or maybe taking them for granted, I feel like this person is coming to awareness of what they deserve on the outside. It needs to match whatever's going on in the inside. And so I feel like the biggest lesson here is learning about self-love, and to allow ourselves only to be in situations that reflect this back to us, that the most freeing thing we can do is surrender and not have to maybe pretend to be something we're not, or force something to work that isn't, or try to create love that should just be there. I feel like this person is realizing how maybe alone that they've been feeling, and that they don't need to feel alone, because they don't need to be in any sort of connection here to feel strong and empowered. And I feel this person is coming into that realization that I could be strong, I can be empowered, and I don't need to be with anyone here. And if I feel sad and alone and isolated, it has nothing to do with me being, with pile number 3, or what pile number 3 sort of provides to me. It's my own doing. So I can either be free and allow myself to be whole and complete by leaning into my inner power here and knowing my self-worth and my value, that it does not stem from how pile 3 treats me or feels about me or shows me. I think it's more about showing here than anything. Okay, like I feel like maybe there's been harsh words or harsh actions and things that have tarnished the connection between you and this person. Again, you can flip the energy. If it's not you, then it's the other way around. I feel words that can't be taken back, or words that have not yet been said. And so if there was a omittance of words, this person might have felt very lonely. And if there was words said that were hurtful, it's things that cannot be taken away in some way here. So I feel like this tenderness is this person's ability to be tender with self and find this within self, to give grace to self. And I feel at the same time, not hold resentments and find grace in the situation. So if you have been unkind, it's allowing themselves to say not everyone sort of is at the same stage here. And it's okay if pile number 3 is where they're at here. It's not up to them to sort of free me or reflect back to me what I'm needing to see here in regards to my own beauty. That's something I got to find from within. That's something I need to sort of find. And maybe there's a lot of fear around not being worthy enough or deserving enough, or sitting with our emotions. Maybe abandonment wounds where we feel isolated and abandoned here. But I feel like there's been many attempts here by this person to find it or seek this out. And I feel like it's many failed attempts. So I feel like this person is sort of realizing that it doesn't matter what another person sort of says or does, that the love that they need to feel is something that comes from within. And if you have been kind to this person, I feel like it didn't really matter so much, because I feel this person is feeling like, however you have been in this connection, there's still something that hasn't been fulfilling to this person, that they're only able to find on their own. That even if you've been trying to be kind or trying to be loving or adaptable or doing things here with this person to make them feel better, that no matter how much they seek it within you or another, they could not find it. And they couldn't find self-love. They couldn't find the version of who they are reflected back to them through you, because they need to sort of find this inner strength from within. It's all how we perceive ourselves. And so if we have stuff sitting in our subconscious that reflects back to us through other people as we're not good enough or deserving enough or this sort of thing, then we continue to see that in other people back to us. And I feel this person has seen this, and I feel like this person is learning to release their sort of control of needing to seek sort of this happiness from without and find it sort of from within. Okay, so let's see here. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3. And this fell like this, the Tower. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. What is pile 3's person? Is the next major realization in regards to this connection between pile 3 and this person. clear and concise message. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. And thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed. Thank you so, so much. Okay, I was tempted to flip this one for some reason. The Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy. And bottom of the deck is the Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune. I don't read bottom of the deck reverse. And under that, we have the Fool, Aquarius energy. Okay. So, the Tower. Sorry, I need my water. Where did I put my water? Just give me a second. Sorry about that. Okay, so the Tower. The Tower is where the lies fall away. Everything built on shaky ground falls away. So I do feel, like I said, if this connection wasn't very strong, if it wasn't built on truths, you know, like someone's illusion of what they thought they needed to be or who they needed to be or sustaining something upright, but it's not solid, it's not coming from their inner love and inner power of knowing that the true beauty comes from within, that the minute you do or say something to this person, it sort of reflects back to them like I'm not good enough or deserve love or whatever self-speak we sort of tell ourselves. And so it makes us more feel isolated and abandoned and not recognizing our self-worth because we're not connecting to the person we might feel we need love from. And so as this illusion falls away, we are left with only truths. And the falling of the tower is very painful because we got to shed a whole bunch of untruths in order to build back up the ground based on truths, which is our own confidence, our own truth. And I feel like the tower has fallen or is about to fall. And I feel like it's already happened where this person is feeling isolated and alone. And so I feel like they're coming into this realization that the real strength here is not going to come on how you show up, but how this person builds themselves back up, okay? So, what do we have? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So, yeah, I feel like, well, the Queen of Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but this is, you know, someone who is reliable, solid, secure on their own and confident. And in the reverse, it's like we depend on someone to give us our self-worth, and our sort of our confidence is built on how someone treats us or shows us or how they hold us up or how they carry us out. And so we're so dependent on that when that other person falters or abandons or does something, then we feel sort of lost. So I feel like this person was very dependent on how you engaged with this person or how you would make them feel confident or secure within themselves. Okay, like this is what's falling apart here, is that they don't need to depend on anyone else materially or energetically to determine the truth, okay, of who they are here with the tenderness and this grace here is their ability to find truth within them. It doesn't rely on someone else sort of showing them this about themselves. The Empress in reverse, yeah, all about self-love, understanding our boundaries or self-worth. Taurus energy. Okay, so heavy Taurus coming through. Abundance, unconditional love. I feel like there's a block here in learning about what we deserve. So I feel like this person was hitting this stuck wall with the Chariot in reverse. Okay, so either this connection wasn't moving forward because this person was needing to know all about their self-worth and learn about unconditional love of self, how to lay healthy boundaries and understand what their value is, and really sort of understand that about themselves in order for them to love in a way that's true and authentic, okay? Not a conditional type love here. The World. Yes, the World. So we were getting world energy, and I feel that was from this, number 3, yeah. Because 21 is 3. Yes, I was feeling world energy, and the world, like I said, is successfully closing out a cycle. So this person is closing out a big phase in their life where they felt unworthy, if their confidence was low, or if there was challenges in this connection, or whatever was going on that was stuck in this connection. It wasn't allowing themselves to see their true beauty, their true value, love of self. I feel like this person is wrapping this up, the cycle. Okay, and this is a successful closure of the cycle, graduating to the next phase here and incubating for the new phase. So I do feel things were stuck, and the Wheel of Fortune is all about the universe sort of turning in our favor. You know, it's never stagnant. It keeps moving forward. It's all about divine timing and fate and lessons here. So we have strength in reverse. Yeah, it's like needing that inner power in order to move forward, okay? Because things are stuck here, I feel like, within themselves. Like this lesson was sort of a fated lesson in order for them to find this courage and this strength and face the fear we were picking up here and sitting with a part of themselves, their vulnerable self. Look at these naked people here. I feel like it's like our raw, authentic self that we need to sort of fall in love with and see, you know, see the beauty in this, removed from what other people think or how other people sort of prop us up, and strip away all of that in order to be able to see our true self-worth, whether we're in a connection or not. Page of Pentacles. So I feel like there's this new energy for this person that's coming in, okay? After the World with the Page here, I feel there's a desire to manifest, and I feel like this person is seeing where they can actually see an opportunity here for themselves, like by seeing the light in some way, by seeing their beauty in some way, or by realizing that they weren't really standing in truth here, which is they're beautiful and their value, okay? By them seeing this, they now see opportunity for themselves to find what they want with this Page of Pentacles. I'm getting Will Smith from this. I don't know. It's kind of reminding me of Will Smith. It just popped in my mind. I feel like this person might have felt very stuck, okay? Yeah, 8 Swords. And so it was limiting thoughts, limiting where they could sort of explore, limiting what they could manifest, limiting where they were moving with the universe. So I feel like they were sort of in this was in reverse, this need to find the courage to love self, to find their value, their true self-worth, to put in boundaries, to understand what unconditional love of self is, to be tender with self, to show grace here, and to not rely on certain things to show this to this person. So I feel this person's learning to surrender, okay? So this is what I see. Beautiful pile number 3. Like I said, I do feel it is your energy. If it is, you might want to go check out another pile. But if not, then this is what your person's coming into the next major realization. And this is beautiful because this is all about successfully closing out a very sort of painful part where they might have been very attached to connection or attached to what other people could sort of show them, you know, but like it's always built on shaky ground when we're dependent on other people to show us our value, okay? Because that's never something that is external. It's something that is from the inside out. So this is what I see. Pile number 3. I love you so much. I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, hello, my gorgeous pile number 4, final pile, Murder of Crows. Love this deck to pieces. It was my favorite for the longest time. Murder of Crows. Let's take a look at the person on your mind. And what will this person's next major realization be? Okay, not what have they realized, but what will their next major realization be about you or the connection between you and this person, and how will this impact you guys? And sometimes the energy comes through as our own because it's the strongest energy around us. So if it sounds like your own energy, then your person could be elsewhere. And if this sounds like someone else you know, then it's the strongest energy coming through your reading. So sometimes we hear people we don't really want to hear about or we ask about, and that's what comes through. So if that's the case, you can go check out another pile to see if the person on your mind is there, but this is what I intended to be. So use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether or not this is your pile, okay? And I've not looked at these oracle cards. Let's take a look at this major realization. So coming together, number 2, look at that beautiful green ray, which is all about heart chakra. 2 is all about balance, duality, choices. And of course, partnership. And we have the 2 with the heart here. Okay. And we have bell, signal, alarm, and celebration. Okay. And then we have mortification. This is equivalent to the death card in the tarot. And this is 68. 68. All right. And we have, I'm getting a Scorpio energy from this. Strength, Leo energy. The frequency of strength supports our ability to harmonize all our qualities and skills toward a strong and balanced way of being. So 2 is about balance as well. And we have soul, 37. Oh my goodness. 37, 38. So we have numbers in sequence here. It says the energy of soul activates our connection to the part of us that is closer to the higher realms, God or the divine. Wow. Number 10 and number 11. All right. And we have cloud meditation. Look up. Look up. Well, certainly the divine. We have empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. And we have trigger. We have magic. High Priestess energy, Pisces coming through. And then we have realm. I'm also getting magician from this magic. So Virgo and Gemini. Look at that realm. Wow. Very magical type energy through here. Inner peace, 2 koi fish. Again, the partnership coming through with the 2s. Look at the beautiful colors in this picture. It's so beautiful. I love these cards. And we have wisdom. Look like Nemo fish. Or Dory. I should say from Nemo. And the mermaid, which I just noticed. Wisdom. Okay, mermaids, magical, realm. Wow. A lot of fantasy sort of energy coming through here. Okay, let me sit with this energy for a little bit and see what this person's realized. It's not very clear yet. And then we'll pull some tarot and see if we could see some more. Okay. So I feel like this person might have not have always sort of trusted maybe the unspoken in this connection. Like maybe there was a lot of needing to see sort of with their physical senses or eyes and touch and feel. And I feel like this person, their realization here is shifting to one of sort of more metaphysical, like trusting in the unspoken and the divine here in regards to what they don't see or feel as being still true in this connection in some way. Like true as in an unspoken sort of knowing or understanding in this connection here that comes through the divine that they could feel and not deny or suppress or pretend like it doesn't exist because they don't see, feel, or touch it. Okay, so I feel like they are becoming sort of more present and aware of the energetic sort of meaning or knowing that's going on here that goes beyond sort of this 3D. That there's something happening here in this connection that's sort of unspoken, and this coming together, I feel like is shared between the 2 of you guys when it comes to trying to work together, come together. So I feel like this person is having to shed a part of maybe where they were very much in the mind, potentially, like if I don't see it, it might not exist, or letting go of an idea or an understanding that they might have carried, okay, like a belief, like if, you know, again, if I don't see it in front of me. This isn't something that's is actually happening, but when we give it up to the divine, we trust in divine timing, we trust in divine connection, we trust in synchronicity, we trust that there's energetic sort of bonds, we understand in past lives and karmas and a need to come together to live out spiritual sort of agreements and contracts and that sort of thing. And I feel like potentially this might have been a fear of this person at some point to let go of the 3D sort of understanding in order to open up to this sort of more, like I said, metaphysical sort of connecting here. I don't know if this person is really all that spiritual so much, or they have maybe one sort of understanding. It could be that this person had just one sort of understanding of what they believed a connection was about. And so I feel like this person is now becoming aware that there is more to connection here that goes beyond words and sight and the 5 senses. I feel like this person with this trigger and this empathy, like there is pain here. I'm not sure where this is coming from. I'm not sure. There's certain big question marks in this reading here that I'd like to dive into with the tarot, but it could be because this could not maybe be their energy, and maybe this is your energy here. Like you getting sort of triggered, or something in this connection sort of triggering or upsetting, causing some sort of crack, like kind of like a tower in which this person has been forced to maybe connect to. I don't know, like if you cut this person off, or maybe you block them, maybe it's like they have to rely on an energetic knowing or understanding of something greater here in order to connect and be forced to see this, and maybe you've been very spiritually tapped in, that this person needs to kind of see it from this perspective, that there is this sort of energy 5D world here that this person might have been shutting down or not connecting to or seeing, in order for this person to find some sort of peace here. Because potentially this person might feel at a loss if you've cut this person off or block them, or again, you can reverse energy if this is you. It's like the only way for us to sort of find peace and closure is for us to connect on this like 5D sort of realm, or for whatever reason, if they weren't able to come together with you in a physical way here, there was a need to release an understanding of what 3D connection means, and a welcoming of what does a 5D energetic connection mean. And they are very different, although when we kind of come from this sort of perspective, we know that there is oneness, there is no duality, we are all connected. And so to connect to someone on an energetic level here, we don't feel the turmoil so much because we'll feel connected in this realm and find this inner peace in order to understand sort of a bigger sort of picture here. I feel like this energy that I'm feeling almost feels like there's something impossible. Maybe connecting with you is impossible, or making something happen in this connection is almost impossible, or has been very challenging or impossible. And so the only way is to sort of tap into this magical world of energy and spirit and soul, and connect to the divine in order to come together and create some sort of cohesion between you and this person. Like this is kind of the only way. And because if this person sits in some sort of 3D energy, there is turmoil and there's maybe pain and suffering in some way here, I feel, from either, I don't know, being apart or not being able to connect. Yeah, I'm also getting a message here, very specific, but if it's someone who's crossed over, it's like you guys are in 2 different sort of planets, or dimensions, So how can you connect other through energetically sort of being able to telepathically sort of understand how this person could come through dreams or animals or other people or sign symbol synchronicities in order for there to be a strengthening of the connection. Now, if you guys are long distance and miles and miles and miles apart, there might be this sort of energy, but I feel it's beyond that, because you can always sort of have that option. I feel like here it's like an option was removed, or they feel like the only way to connect is this way. And it's sad because I feel like this person, I mean, it's happy because I feel like this person can find this place, but it's sad because I feel like maybe at some point this person, you know, wanted a 3D or more physical type connection that can't be established for whatever reason. Maybe they can't find you. Either they can't find you because you completely cut this person off or block them. And so they have to resort to tapping into this energetic sort of 5D space, or they've crossed over here and they only can tap into you this way. I feel like this person is energetically beside you, and I feel like this person feels like they are always beside you or with you. But I do feel there has been suffering here, and almost an understanding as there's something unworldly about them coming together with you, or your energy of them being able to manifest you in reality. Okay, I know this is a weird one. That's how this message is coming through. So I do need to pull tarot. So let's dig into this a little bit more. Spirit, what is pile number 4's person's realization? That's the next major realization here. Clear and concise message, please. For the greatest and highest good of pile number 4, please protect me as I channel this message and the viewer as I deliver this message. And thank you so much, pile number 4, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed. Thank you so much. Won't read bottom of the deck reverse. We have the Page of Cups, and under that we have 4 cups. This is innocent love, opening the heart space. Sometimes it's the apology card with the Page of Cups, communicating and expressing love here in the early stages of this, and 4 cups, which is feeling despondent, hopeless, and sometimes we're more focused on the thing that didn't work rather than what's in front of us. And it could be the unrequited love, feeling left out in the cold. Cups is definitely emotions. Here we have 4 pentacles, and 4 pentacles could be when we're either holding back too much, or I need to let go. And we have 2 wands, crossroads, a choice. And we have the 2 swords in reverse. So now we have 2 twos. Again, twos was balance, duality, choices, and like I said, partnership as well. 2 swords is about us sort of needing to decide one way or another, but we sit idle, not deciding, and burying our head in the sand rather than choosing. And in the reverse, sometimes it's the universe sort of makes a decision for us because we sat indecisive for too long here with the 2 swords in the reverse. We might have been stuck. We might have not have been able to move forward, or been hanging on too tight here, or choosing the path of comfort when it came to having to make a decision or a choice here. 8 cups in reverse, being kind of stuck in the same energy potentially that makes us feel unhappy. So if this person, I haven't seen it yet, but this is coming through, and sorry it's so late in the game here, but why they're feeling maybe they can't be with you. If this person feels like they're really stuck to a commitment, like a marriage or something that has them held, that they really feel as though they're incapable of making a decision to choose this connection, even though emotionally this person was very unhappy and unable to walk away. That this person is kind of realizing and seeing this, that their inability to walk away has led them to be this this 2 swords in reverse. Yeah, 7 wands. And the 7 wands is the resilience, like fighting for what they want, fighting for this connection, fighting for what they believe for themselves here. And I feel like this person might feel like they owe you an apology, or they have to come forward to express themselves in some way, to show because they haven't, and they've been choosing sort of this to stay in an unemotionally unsatisfied situation here with this 4 cups. Yeah, like unhappy, stuck, despondent. Look at this Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, instead of being able to express themselves and offer love here, it's like this person has not been able to do this, I feel. 5 Pentacles out in the cold. Okay, and the 5 Pentacles, like we know, is a situation in which we can make changes based on our decisions and our choices, and we could sit out in 5 Pentacles, or we could choose to make a choice. But if we believe that we're stuck, if we believe that we have to hang on, or believe that we have to stick with situations that are emotionally unsatisfying, then we make this sort of decision ourselves, and we tell the universe that we are incapable of making a decision here. And I feel like this person is seeing that they had an ability here to fight for this connection and to step forward here, and they might have not have been able to do this or show up. Yeah, and they couldn't manifest with the Magician here in reverse. This is Virgo and Gemini. This is also about communication, so blocked. So I feel like this person can't talk to you. They couldn't manifest with you. They didn't know how to create something here, and they might have felt incapable to do this. Okay, so I feel like they've been dealing with a situation here that's been emotionally not satisfying for them. And if they've crossed over here, it's like they're kind of incapable here of physically in a pentacle realm, okay, in a pentacle realm here in the 3D, come forward in a physical way. So let's just get final words here. Anything I've missed, just because this reading is very much, I understand, not for everyone. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. That is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Spirit, what have I missed? What am I not seeing here in regards to pile number 4's person's major realization? Any questions pile 4 still has in this reading that we can answer? We have Judgment with the Awakening, major epiphany and realization. Here we have Temperance in reverse, just Sagittarius energy. This is also the Balance, but it's in reverse. Need for balance and healing, an inability to show up here as an entity to create something. Yeah, here we have again the Magician in reverse, and here we have again the Knight of Cups in reverse. This is the Knight in shining armor. This is how we express and show love. Okay, coming in here offering a cup is blocked. I feel like this person wants to express self, and I feel like this person is dependent on the pentacle realm of whatever they've created, or whatever realm they're in. Okay, if they're in this world, then it's like they have commitments to something they're dedicated to. There's this realization. Okay, there's an awakening here on this person's sort of side here that's saying, hey, like, I've been dependent on my own world that has really limited me from showing up and manifesting my ability to express my emotions here and bring balance to a situation, and I'm not happy. 9 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I'm not happy. This person's not emotionally happy, and they're in an 8 of Cups in reverse, which is an emotionally unsatisfied situation. And they're coming into this understanding that everything that's led up to this has been sort of a doing of their own involvement. Okay, and that's, they cannot create here with you or create something unless they're in an energy that's fully healed and able to be present and free of any dependencies in order to manifest, so that they have everything that they need to create and express. And so this person feels 9 of Cups in reverse. They didn't get what they wanted. And here's the Emperor, Aries energy. So Emperor, divine masculine energy. And this is taking the power in our own hands, okay? The Emperor does not fear to take control. This could be father energy. They could certainly be, like I said, in a committed sort of connection or relationship, or have other obligations and are trying to do what they feel is morally correct or right. Okay, but I feel like this person is understanding that the power is in their hands. That if they want something, they have to fight for it with the Seven of Wands. And they have to create the energy in which to be in order to create something with you. If they're not available, if they cannot do this, they don't manifest, okay? So, yeah, 3 swords. There's a lot of heartbreak here. A lot of heartbreak, a lot of sadness, a lot of emotional unhappiness with the 8 of Cups in reverse and this 9 Cups in reverse. And the 4 Cups. It's like I didn't get what I wanted. I didn't choose. I didn't act on my true feelings. Okay, and I feel with this triggering, this is this like a realization of emotions that kind of really awakens us and makes us feel in a certain way, and empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. It's like now they can see that it's not as maybe black and white as just this choosing a moral decision here. If emotionally it's not where their heart's at or their emotions are at, then what sort of moral decision is this? You know, what sort of right decision is this? What sort of being empowered is this when we're in pain or we are suffering here? And I think they're seeing this now about their own actions, about their own inability maybe to empower themselves to act in regards to how they feel, more so than maybe in a pentacle realm. Okay, so lots of messages coming through here for pile number 4. This is what I have for you guys. Let me know in the comments if this resonated for you guys. I love you guys so much. If this sounded more like your energy, you might want to go check out another pile, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.